You're watching Scorching and Swearing with your host, Brandon Swear.
Hello, and welcome Swear Nation. This is another episode of Scorching and Swearing, and back again with some more amazing Deathridge peppers. We have, two pods going up today. This is going to be a kind of a head-to-head, if you will, comparison. So I have a red 7-pot Primo. Let's see if I can get that in on the camera a little bit more. I mean, this thing is just beautiful. Nice little wicked tail curled up in there too. If, man, it's gonna be a good one. And then we have another pod grown by Jacob Deathridge. This is a Death Spiral crossed with a Primotalii. I mean, just a sinister looking wicked pod. Once again, you can almost see a face in this one. Pretty cool stuff. But this is going to be a nice little head-to-head. What I'm going to do is save the 7-pot Primo for the second pod, and we are going to start with the Death Spiral cross with the Primotalii. So, hey, both of these should be screaming hot. Both of these are probably, without a doubt, without even getting into it, these are not going to be friendly for those that are just starting out their journey on eating fresh pods. But hey, this is definitely an exciting one because I have not had this at all. I have had the 7-pot Primo quite a few times. Phenomenal pepper, absolutely love it. Spoiler alert. But have yet to have this, but it is crossed between two peppers that I do find interesting. So go ahead and get my trusty knife. All right, so once again, this is the Death Spiral crossed with a Primotalii. Get a nice cut going. I mean, oily as can be. Don't know if that's picking it up quite right, but yeah, you can kind of see it. All right, let's open her up. Oh man, amazing aroma. Very fruity smell, but also at the same time extremely chinense, hot smelling going on. Yeah, pretty thin walled, tons of placenta, and seeing little pockets of capsaicin oil. So, man, it's gonna be a doozy for sure. Let me go ahead and yank the pin. All right. Well, here we go. Pod number 1. This is the Death Spiral crossed with the Primotalii. I'm Brandon Swear, and this is Scorching and Swearing. All right, extremely fruity right off the bat. I was waiting for the bitterness because the last time I've had Death Spirals, they were extremely bitter. I think get the rest of the pepper bits out of my teeth. I think the Primotalii really changed the overall taste structure on this because that was extremely tasty. I mean, I can feel it slowly building right now. The initial punch wasn't too bad. I'm feeling it right now. Nothing, even with it was where there was pepper trapped on the sides of my cheek, I still don't feel it there. Oddly enough, I mean, there's basically zero mouth burn going on right now. Everything's gravitated towards the back of the throat. So, man, that is a tasty pod. Definitely a hot one. One that, you know, if you are new, once again, definitely don't jump in there. Let's see how this thing builds actually, because I'm starting to feel it now climb up on me. So it's starting to expand around the upper part of the throat, really going back down to about right in here, about that mid to lower throat range. And all in all, it's just a smoldering, slow burn. I do feel it kind of tingling and ramping, but man, I'll be honest, I was expecting to really have that thing hit hard right off the bat, and it's interesting. It is continuing to build, but now it feels like it's already fading out actually as we speak. The throat burn is completely gone. I'm feeling a little bit in the chest, but that's about it. I was trying to see if no, I mean, not really a sinuses or anything activated on that one, but dude, I gotta say that thing is a tasty pepper. Definitely hot. I would say that is hotter than a ghost for sure. Trying to think what that might be close to in heat proximity. Actually, what that kind of reminds me of is what is that? The King Naga, that King Naga range. So probably just north of a mil. Nothing too crazy as far as other Superhots are, you know, concerned, matched up, however you want to view it. But man, tasty pod at that. And since this one's pretty much gone, I have no burn in the chest, no burn in the throat, nothing in the mouth. Unless this is just going to be a serious time delay, which, I mean, at this point, I don't feel like it is. We're going to go ahead and jump on into the 7-pot Primo. Actually, I didn't even really talk about it too much. So it did smell sweet. It did smell kind and very chinense right off the bat. That same pepper forward smell, but with a nice, like, fruity, sweet note to it, which was interesting because there was quite a bit of capsaicin oil in that. So another reason why I was really expecting to get lit up by that. Yeah, I mean, kind of shocked by it. Flavor, phenomenal the whole way through. And didn't get any bitterness like I was saying. I was expecting bitterness. I was expecting a little bit of floralness. None of that. Just a very clean, sweet tasting with a lot of heat. I mean, you get that very pepper forward chinense taste as well. But all in all, phenomenal pepper. Would easily and willingly eat that any day of the week. However, let's get into our next pod and we can compare the two. So once again, this is a 7-pot Primo. This is the red variety. I'm going to cut it long ways across the tail. That way it doesn't shear the tail one way or another. So these pods are grown by Jacob Deathridge. Jacob is, oh my goodness, look how oily this thing is. I thought the last one was oily. Let's see if that will pick up. I mean, you can just see the little bits. Complete difference on the amount of oil. Oh, this one smells screaming hot. All right, here we go. Let's get a nice close up. Man. Phenomenal aroma. So one thing that I've always found fascinating by the 7-pot Primo is it does always have this great sweet note to it, and at times it's almost reminiscent of a cherry, at least to me, in its sweetness. but that is quickly faded out oftentimes by the amount of heat that ramps up. And I'm excited to get into this one. Here, let me pop the pin, that way I can just do it even drop like the other. Stems off, and I'm Brandon Swear, and this is the 7-pot Primo. Salivating like crazy. Sweet right off the bat. Instantly that heat hits, starts to build. Let's see, get the rest of the pepper bits out of the side of my mouth. But man, all right off the bat, sweet, fruity, and that fades out pretty darn quick on this one, because the second you really start to get it pulverized, get it back, it just latches onto the throat. As you can hear, it's hitting my vocal cords already. But man, tasty pot all the way through. The burn right now and the heat of everything is, so the heat, it was initially very quick right off the punch, already building. It is just ramping up, rolling up. I know I mentioned it before as a certain type of burn that'll hit hard, and it's like as if someone's, you know, revving that engine and they go to drop it in gear, and then you're just eating those tires. That is what is happening right now. You get that initial punch, one second you drop it into, you drop the clutch and you let that gear catch, and it is just spinning and heating up and ramping up, all in the throat, all in the back of the mouth. Where I'm trying to like slosh it around. Where I was really chewing, it is latched onto the gums violently there, just pulsing with this overall burn going on through here. This one I can already feel it opening the sinuses. I mean, my eyes are, I can feel getting pretty glossy. I don't know if it's picking it up or not, but man, phenomenal. I mean, deep, pretty much the whole entire throat is going on with a deep burn, getting some in the chest already. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Don't need that cutting board anymore. Man, just continuing to build, continuing to climb. I mean, there's a reason why the Primo has stood the test of time. I mean, this thing is a sheer tasty and hot pepper that deserves the respect. Let's get this cleaned off here. Man, that is still building. So now it's starting to die down a little bit in the gums and in the mouth. Feeling it still in the back of the throat. The chest is starting to build up right now. Overall, so aroma wise, we talked about that. Heat, we talked about that. You know, comparatively, this is easily you know, up there in the conversation of the hottest, if not the hottest. So definitely one to you know, keep in there, keep in the rotation. If you're trying to build that tolerance, maintain that tolerance, you cannot go wrong with the 7-pot Primo. It is sure to light you up and build that tolerance quick. Overall, any chili head could definitely attest to this. That is a 8 or 9 all day long. Some might even call it a 10. That is a phenomenal pepper, you know, done right by Jacob Deathridge of the Wrecking Crew, growing out that 7-pot Primo. Man, if you're getting hit with these in the competition, you are definitely feeling it. I can attest to that. And it's one of those that it sits with you, so you can eat this pod think you're done with that round, get into that next round to start that next pod, and it's just gonna continue to eat at you and build and heat up and build and heat up. The burn went from the back of my throat, now it's back in my mouth. This is pretty wild right now. It's a good burn. I'm loving everything that's going on. It is literally going from the top roof part of my mouth all the way down to about right where those the front teeth kind of start to hit, jawline wise, and it is just radiating. Man, that is a great build. Great build, great burn. Wow. All right, so now it's just the mouth and the chest. It's the only places I'm really feeling it right now, and I'm starting to feel it kind of start to tame down and die back. And now, you know, as this is starting to build or is starting to diminish, the build of everything is really consolidating towards the mouth right now for me. Once again, that could obviously be, you know, something that is a trait that I have as well, because the mouth always wrecks me pretty hard. So the fact that I would be tasting it still in the mouth right now would definitely make sense, because all in all, that is my weak spot, if you will, when eating spicy food. It's the area that gets me the most, we'll put it that way. The mouth is completely gone now. Just a little bit rumbling in the chest. It's almost as if you, once again, dropped a hot coal and it's just sitting literally, boom, right there, about right where my necklace is sitting. Man, phenomenal pepper. Great job, Jacob. If you're looking to pick up a box, definitely I'll have the links for everything down below on how you can get a hold of Jacob over at Deathridge Peppers. And get yourself a box, man. These are phenomenal peppers. You can definitely enjoy. He's got a wide variety going on. So reach out to Jacob and get yourself a box today. But now that this burn is completely fizzled out and I'm feeling pretty good, I'm gonna get ready, head on over to my father-in-law's house for his birthday and enjoy the rest of the night. So I will be back tomorrow with some more pepper reviews, but until then, I'm Brandon Swear, and from everything from the world of hot, this has been Scorching and Swearing.
This has been Scorching and Swearing with your host, Brandon Swear.